Okay, what if I told you that everything you've been taught to hide, your insecurities, your quirks, your so-called flaws, are actually your most powerful assets? Yeah, I know, it sounds totally backward. But we're about to flip the script on this whole pressure to be perfect.
I mean, seriously, just think about it for a second. Is a perfectly smooth, completely flawless person truly interesting? Or is the chase for that perfection just, well, exhausting?
See, most of us spend our lives caught in this trap, the perfection myth. It's this never-ending, totally draining chase for some ideal that, let's be honest, doesn't even really exist. From the time we're kids, the message is loud and clear, right? Smooth over your rough edges, cover up your cracks, and show a polished, perfect version of yourself to the world. We learn to see our unique traits not as part of our character, but as problems that we need to fix.
But what if there's a totally different way to look at all this? Well, the good news is there is. And the key to reversing this whole exhausting narrative on insecurity, it all starts with one profound idea from the other side of the world.
And that idea is called Wabi-Sabi. It's an ancient Japanese philosophy that gives us this radical and frankly liberating alternative to our obsession with being perfect.
So what is it exactly? Well, at its heart, Wabi-Sabi is the art of finding beauty in things that are imperfect, that don't last forever, that are incomplete. It doesn't just put up with flaws, it celebrates them. It sees them as a core part of an object's or, hey, a person's story and beauty.
So how does this actually work? Well, Wabi-Sabi values stuff like asymmetry and roughness, literally the exact opposite of the polished perfection we're all chasing. It finds elegance in simplicity, warmth in intimacy, and a really deep beauty in the natural process of aging, seeing it not as a failure, but as proof of a life well lived. And this is where it gets really interesting, because this isn't just some abstract idea for pottery. Nope, this applies directly to us, to our relationships, and to how we see ourselves. And get this, modern psychology is totally catching up to this ancient wisdom. Research is showing that being vulnerable, showing our unique cracks, is actually the key to forming real, genuine connections. A perfectly polished surface, it gives people nothing to hold on to.
Which brings us to this core idea. Asymmetry and cracks create attraction. Think about it. The things you might be most insecure about, a crooked smile, a failure in your past, a weird habit, those are often the very things that pull people in. They make you memorable. They make you real.
So let's just look at these two mindsets side by side. On one hand, the myth of perfection tells you a flaw is a weakness you gotta hide, that it's a barrier to connection. But the Wabi-Sabi reality, it reframes it completely. That same so-called flaw becomes a mark of a life you've actually lived, a source of unique character, and a powerful way to genuinely connect with someone. All right, so this brings us to the most important part, how to turn this philosophy into your own personal strength. It's all about owning your unique story. 100%, every single insecurity, every perceived flaw, every scar, and every mistake is 100% a part of the story that makes you, well, you. They're not just footnotes, they are crucial chapters of your story. And when you stop trying to hide these parts of yourself, something incredible starts to happen. Your vulnerabilities stop being weaknesses and they turn into gateways. They open the door to better self-awareness, to higher emotional intelligence, and to way, way deeper relationships with people. Because in the end, a perfect, unblemished page is, well, it's an unwritten one. Your real story, the interesting, compelling, human one, is written in your cracks. They show where you've been, what you've overcome, and what makes you uniquely you. So I'll just leave you with this. Instead of asking how you can fix your imperfections, maybe try asking yourself a different question. What beautiful, powerful, and completely unique story do they already tell?